Hello friends, I hope you all are doing good. In my today's video, I'm gonna talk about a very frequent question asked from my viewers that what is the living cost in Vancouver? As most of you know that I live in Vancouver with my family, so of course people expect from me a genuine feedback of living costs in Vancouver. So definitely I'm gonna give best of my knowledge that how much is the living cost or living expenses in Vancouver. And if you will like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Okay, so friends, I don't need to tell about the beauty of Vancouver. Oh my god, it's heaven on earth, right? I can't express in words. And as all of you know, it's very beautiful and a very good city to live. Then definitely every good thing comes with a price. Okay, again, I'm not saying that this is expensive or not, but it has its own pros and cons. So we will discuss in this video in brief, and then you guys can define how you want to take it. Okay, I have noted down all the points for you guys, and in this video I'm gonna talk about few main points. First of all, of course, it is gonna be rental, because when we immigrate from a new city or new country, definitely most of us don't have our own house, right? We rent a place. At least I don't have a place till now. We are planning to buy, but still we are renting a place. So first of all, the maximum part of your income is gonna be towards your rent. Okay, so first we are gonna discuss how much is rental in this city. Then we are gonna talk about grocery, and after that we will talk, as you will come from a new city, then not everyone is so much in cooking, right? You want to go out or dine out or eat out. So third, we will talk about dining or eating out. And then fourth, we will talk about utilities. Fifth, we will talk about childcare if you're coming with a family and you have young kids. Then we will talk about sales taxes, because when we buy things over here, definitely we have to pay some taxes. Then we'll talk about the internet, because yes, we need internet, right? That's kind of air to breathe. We can't live without that, right? Then we will talk about mobile or cell phones, which is again a big expense in Canada. So then we'll talk about cable. That's also a part of your expense over here. And in the last, we will talk about transit, gas, or like commuting costs, how you will commute from one place to another place. Okay, so let's start with rental. So guys, I don't understand why Vancouver has this bad image of being very expensive. I have no idea why. It's a beautiful city, it's a beautiful place to live, and I born and brought up in Delhi. So I'm a Delhiite, most of you know. So if you will see in Delhi also, not everyone lives in Connaught Place, right? If people are working in Connaught Place, still they don't live there, because that's very much expensive. People live around the cities, nearby cities, or every city has a main hub. We call here downtown. So every city has a downtown. Most of the people work in downtown, but they live in the nearby area or in the neighboring cities. So same concept we have with Vancouver. We have a beautiful downtown. I can't explain again in words. It's so beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. If I hope you guys who are watching this video get a chance to come to Vancouver, and if you're planning to PR or study or whatever, please come to Vancouver and see the downtown. And then I hope you will believe my words. It's nearby Canada Place, and it's so damn beautiful. Ocean views. One side you will see natural beauty, which is breathtaking, and another side you will see huge buildings. It's so good. Like one side a modern life, a modern modern, you can see, buildings or cities developed by human, and another side a natural beauty created by our God. So it's a rare combination of both the things. So again, if you want to live in Vancouver downtown, damn, it's so expensive. I must say this is expensive, like most of the cities. If you want to live in the right hub or heart of the city, of course it's gonna be expensive. So if I will talk about the rent in downtown, on an average for one bedroom, if I tell you, it's 2000. It may be 2200, 500, 2500, depending on the building or the view you're getting from your building or your apartment and the facilities you're getting in the building. But on an average is it 2000 for one bedroom. And if you go in the South Vancouver, East Vancouver, not the west side and West Vancouver, both are different things. Okay, both are different places. So leave about west side, but if you want to live in the West Vancouver, still that's expensive. But if I say we live in South Vancouver, so in South Vancouver or in East Vancouver, on an average one bedroom apartment costs you $1100. So this is for one bedroom. If you go with two bedroom in downtown, two bedroom costs you on an average 3000. But again, if you come in nearby area, East or South Vancouver, it will be around 1800 to 2000. Okay, and if you are okay to commute for your work and you want to be in the neighboring cities like New Westminster or Richmond or Surrey, that even goes lower. Maybe in Surrey, I don't go much to Surrey because that's far from our place, but the general rent for two bedroom there should be around 1200 if I'm not wrong. 1200 in Surrey. But then because we live in Vancouver and we work in Vancouver, then commuting for us doesn't make sense. That's why we live in Vancouver. But if you are working in downtown Vancouver, then Surrey is also very very approachable, because we have metro, like SkyTrain we call that, in India we call it metro train. So SkyTrain, yeah, SkyTrain we have right in the downtown, and it goes to Surrey Central and other areas. So it's in a very approachable area. You can live in Surrey also, you can live in Richmond too, but from downtown Richmond is little far. But if you will live in Surrey or Westminster, New Westminster, so New Westminster has a 25 minutes roughly drive from downtown. So these areas are pretty much approachable too. Okay, now second things comes to grocery. Okay, again guys, grocery is one of the second expense. Either you are single or you are living with family, and like if you are in downtown, again it's gonna be very costly because you are living in a costly area. Then of course shops are little expensive too. But if you will go to a reasonable store like Real Canadian Superstore or Walmart, or we save on foods, we have different you can say supermarkets, and you can buy the groceries from there, and that's pretty much reasonable, that's pretty much affordable. Like we like we live in South Vancouver, so we have other like Asian food market, or we have a specially Indian food market which is called Fruticana in this area, and in Surrey you have Fresco. So these are pretty reasonable. Here if you will buy the stuff, it will, for single person it will be around 300 to 500, and if you are buying for a family, it should be somewhere around 500 to 1000. Okay, and this is a decent amount of grocery. It's not much, it's not extra, but it's very enough for the family. Like you get all the basic stuffs. Okay, so then for grocery also, yeah, one more thing, I would like to say that on Walmart websites, they have given a kind of budget also. You can check that how much will be my spendings on the grocery of this type, and they have online stores also, so you can go and research your grocery items, what you want to buy, so how much it will cost you. So that facility they have, you can just simply search walmart.ca. Then my friend, third thing comes dining or eating out. When you are new in the city or country, like you are not too much in cooking because there's a lot to understand. This is a whole new world. You are learning how to cross the road. You are learning how to say, how often you need to say please and thank you. Like you are trying to be extra polite because people are very polite over here. So there is a lot to learn. So I think cooking in the starting is a big challenge for most of the people. So you have to eat something, right? We need to eat something to be alive. So definitely you will go out and eat. So again, if you will ask me, Vancouver is so much cheaper in cost of eating out. um, I studied in Nanaimo in Vancouver Island. That place is comparatively more expensive if you will talk about dining out. So here I did a data. If you're a single person and you're not in a very fancy mood that you wanna go in a bar and wanna eat some fancy food, I'm not talking about the fancy food, but a good decent food like a thali, vegetarian thali or non-vegetarian thali. I'm talking about Indian food, and same thing goes with the other foods too. Should cost around $15 to $30 for a single person. Okay, you can get a decent amount of food, and you can also have like tiffin service, so you can get the food at home, which is even more cheaper. So, but for single person, 15 to 30, and if you're two people, then you can double it, or three people, then somewhere around 50 to 80, because then you have three people, you share the food somewhere around. And this is a good food. It is really nice. Yeah, like you get naan, roti, sabji, all that. So it is good food. We go for dining out in our neighborhood. We have like some good Indian restaurants. So this is an average rate. And if you go in downtown, man, again it's very expensive. Like if you will ask a simple pasta in downtown, I think it costs you around 50, and then other things too. So we don't go often in downtown for dining out if we don't have a very special occasion, but in your nearby area you will find in this price. Okay, then fourth thing we are going to talk is utilities. Okay, so utilities over here is gas, water, electricity we call here hydro. So gas, we need to heat up the place. Excuse me. Yeah, so gas, we need to heat up the place because we have five weather over here, not four: summer, winter, fall, and spring, plus rain and snow. Okay, so except summer we need heating all the year. Right now we have fall called neighbor of winter, and it's cold. As you guys can see, I'm wearing sea sweater. So, and we also have heating on in the house, so you need heat during all the 8 months of the year. So heating may vary. In summer you don't get that much, you don't need actually heating. So in summers your bill is less, but other weather you pay more. So it is on an average per person around 100 we can say. And if you are with a family of 2 or 3, a small kid, around 135 to 150, 135 to 140. This includes this is above your rent. So say you have a rent for a couple of 1200, a couple for 1200, a single room, then around 120 130 will be your utility. So your rent will be 1200 plus 130 or 140, so 1340. This will be your utilities. Okay, and it's an approximate. Then, as we just talked about the baby, that if you're a family of 2 or 3, then if you are coming with a um, small kid, maybe a 6 months baby or a 5 years old boy or girl, uh, fifth expense here is gonna be child care. And it's not just in Vancouver, I believe in whole North America, childcare is a challenge, right? Childcare is expensive, and in Vancouver it is expensive. I won't lie to you guys, it is expensive, but you can do few things to reduce that. I already made a video, link is here. Just go and check what child benefits you get. If doesn't matter you are PR holder or student or work permit, if you are in Canada for more than 18 months, you can apply for childcare benefits. Watch the video, details are there, and so you can reduce a little burden for the childcare. And yes, if your kid is small, like 2 years and 3 years, definitely it's gonna be expensive. I won't lie to you. For 2 years kid, somewhere around 1,000 to 1,200 per month. Okay, but if your kid is 5 years old, because five year is the age for school going kids over here, so if your kid is 5 years old, then you are on like a benefit side, I can say, because your kid will go to school, and schools, not every school, most of the schools have after school facility, so that is after school daycare, and which is pretty reasonable. If I will talk, my son doesn't go in after school daycare because they don't have that facility, but there is another school which has, and they charge you 500 only per month. And but if you will take private, I also made a video how to manage your child care expenses. Go and watch it, how I manage my kid, like how I pay for my kid day expense. I also pay around 500 or sometimes lesser than that, sometimes little higher, but I try to keep in 500. How you can just go and check, there are ways. So if your kids are lower than 5 years, then definitely it's gonna be a little challenge, but there are ways to manage that also. If you want to know, please let me know. I will make a video for that. If this video is already getting very lengthy, so let me cover all other things. Child care, we talked about. Then here it comes sales tax. Okay, so I would say that in Vancouver we pay less taxes. Why? Because in Vancouver we have two types of taxes. One, we pay for the products we buy if we buy something, and the another is for if we buy any service or food. So for the product we buy, we pay 12%, and if we buy any service, we pay 5%. So if you will talk in Toronto, you pay flat 30%. So I like Vancouver in this sense as well. So we are cheaper in that way. Okay. Then seventh thing, my friends, goes here Wi-Fi or internet. So internet is expensive in not in Vancouver but in whole Canada. And on an average it costs you around $75 per month. But if you are coming as a student, and we have two main providers over here, TELUS and Shaw. We have Shaw connections. Every provider has like deals going on, so check the deals. And if you're coming as a student, then student deals are much cheaper too. Just go and explore those deals, and it's cheaper if you go in a contract of 2 years. And I think it's good because we are in contract too. You will always need that for the whole year, then why not just go for a contract, right? Internet, sometimes you can bundle that with cable TV as well, because other expenses gonna be cable is roughly here 30. But if you will talk about your provider, Shaw provider or TELUS, they can combine it with internet, and then it goes much cheaper. And you can also do one thing for cable, like this is what I have done. We have IPTV. This shows you all the shows of India. Like we get Sony TV as well over here. Like, okay, we get Indian news as well as Canadian news, because our mother came here and of course she wanted to watch Hindi dramas. So we have IPTV after that, and that's pretty reasonable. I think it goes $15 per month, which gives us all the recorded web series of Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so many others. And we don't need to pay extra from Netflix or Amazon Prime as well, because we don't have that much time, honestly speaking. We are so much busy, and whatever IPTV gives us, we are happy with that. Why to pay to Amazon or Netflix, right? It's already so many expenses. So you can combine your internet with your cable. Otherwise, next expense is gonna be your cable. Okay. Then the other comes mobile, cell phones. Cell phones again in Canada is so damn expensive. It's not like India in 100 rupees or 200 rupees you get bundle. No, it's not like that, honestly. Now here it is somewhere around $55 to $95, depending upon how much GB plan you have and how many calls you have. If you have free calling to India for some minutes, like we have a few main providers over here, Bell, Fido, Rogers. So like Fido has a plan of 1000 minutes free calling to India per month. So if you have that plan, then they have some other range and all that. Depending on your plan, it is somewhere around that. And yes, we have some prepaid plans as well. And I think that is Lucky Mobile. And you can check. We have some prepaid mobiles as well, and those are much cheaper. I think $25 to $30 per month. But it doesn't come with whole facilities, so you need to check about that. Then the other expense and the last one comes to commuting. How you want to commute. Say you work in downtown and you live in South Vancouver, in which area we live. South Vancouver is very reasonable area. You can search in Craigslist like nearby what we call that, Langara College. It's just 15-20 minutes from here. So South Vancouver is pretty reasonable area, and that's Indian community. Most of the things are here, like Gurudwara, Indian grocery stores. And the reason of living over here for me, it's because I work here only. Like most of you know that I work in a bank. I work in a bank. So my branch is just 10 minutes away from my home. So that's why we live in this area. But this is very affordable. If you wanna look, you can look for this as well. It's so good. I find everything. My son's school is 10 minutes walk, my work is 10 minutes walk, grocery stores are 10 minutes walk. So it's very much approachable. So now the last cost comes for commuting. How you want to commute? You want to commute by car. If you want to have your car, then gas is expensive over here. It is somewhere around 130 to 160. I mean $1.30 to $1.60 per liter. And yes, gas prices changes over here every hour, and no one knows why. Okay, so please don't ask me. And if you will have a car, then of course it will have some insurance expense also, because car insurance are expensive in BC too. And then you will have a payment for your car loan, so that's another expense. We'll make another video if you guys want to know how much a car costs. But in my advice, in the starting, you can commute by transit. You can also have a bike is like bicycle over here, and you can get on rent. And in downtown, it's pretty much in. You will see people going with bicycle, especially nearby Stanley Park. So you can rent it if you want to do like exercise and you want to be eco-friendly and you're pocket friendly too. So you can ride a bike, or you can excuse me you can commute by transit. All the 3 zones pass cost you around 120 per month, where we have 3 zones in Vancouver, which covers the nearby cities as well: Surrey, Richmond, New Westminster, and not no, not Delta. Yeah, these are the three, and of course main Vancouver. So North Vancouver we go by sea bus, so that covers by sea bus too, like bus and then sea bus and then bus. So it's a mixture of all that, but it costs you around 120 per month. So $120 for commuting, I think it's pretty reasonable, because then you're good for the whole month and you don't need to think about that. So if you want to have a day pass also, we have the facility of day pass also for transit. Like if you are just working like occasionally now, so day pass is $10 per day, but I think monthly is much cheaper and reasonable, because then you can figure out other things too. That's all, my friends. I try to put everything in this, but still if I miss something and you want to know about something, please feel free to ask me, and I will try to give you the answer as per my knowledge. And if you will like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.